Just to clarify, 10% upside when you sell it, or mean 10% rental yield?
No, 10% rental yield.
Okay, wow, that's very high.
When I buy a property, if the value of the property increases over time, that's a plus, but that's not my end game. My end game is the rental income. So as long as I get between 8 and 12% the rental yield, then I'm fine with that.
Hey guys, so we're back with Dragos, the Carly of real estate here in Barcelona. We're gonna talk about spotting rental properties. Is that a good topic also?
That's a good topic, yeah.
So in Spain, how do you look at properties? How do you know that this one is a winner? Or how do you know that this one is not worth looking at also? Or this doesn't have as much upside?
A good property, from my perspective, from my strategy point of view, is a property that can be rented out indefinitely. If the price range that I'm looking at is within my boundaries, and if I look at the neighborhood, at the city, at the street location, basically, and then I check out the rental market, and then I consider that I can rent that property for the amount that I'm looking at, which in order to find out a good deal, I would say, okay, what is lowest rent amount in that area? I consider that I can rent my apartment for that amount, then I think it's a good opportunity. As long as I get at least 10% on that deal, then it's a good deal for me.
Just to clarify, 10% upside when you sell it, or mean 10% rental yield?
No, 10% rental yield.
Okay, wow, that's very high.
When I buy a property, if the value of the property increases over time, that's a plus, but that's not my end game. My end game is the rental income. So as long as I get between 8 and 12% the rental yield, then I'm fine with that. And then if it gets up in value with the time, that's a plus. I don't really look at that.
To be able to get that type of rental yield, that means you're looking for properties that someone is rushing to sell it, or are you looking for properties that are devastated and then you fix it up? How does that go? Because 8 to 10% or even 12% is hard to get by also. Not a lot of people get that type of yield also.
You have several options. Look at the property that already comes furnished and everything. You just like buy it and then you hand over the keys to the tenant and that's it. But then obviously a yield of 12%, most probably you'll need to do a quick reno. You don't have to like it yourself because you're not gonna live in it yourself. You just have to make sure that your tenants like it. So depending on the area or neighborhood, just make sure that the type of person that lives in that neighborhood will like that apartment. You know, so you don't have to fall in love with the property. You just have to think that, okay, is somebody going to live here? You know, those are usually the properties that give you up to 12%, the ones that you have to do a reno.
Is it possible for people to retire off real estate? And do you have a plan also that you're just gonna retire off of your rental properties? What's your tactic for
Definitely. I mean, one of the good things that we have in Spain is that we still have the pension funds. Personally, I don't think that's gonna last for a long time because there's no pension fund. People that work pay the pensions with the same money from their taxes. So I would say that's definitely the best plan to have for your elderly years, you know, for your retirement. So definitely it is possible to retire on it, even though in Spain it's not as easy as in other parts of the world. There are many countries that you can get properties with no money down. You have ways to do that in Spain also, and if you like to hear more about that, just let me know. Definitely my plan is to have as many properties as possible so that I don't have to worry about it and retire on it.
It's possible that you just buy rental properties and then just earn from the rental income for that, but is that something that's hard to achieve also? Or for people that want to go that route, what do you suggest for them, that they start buying now, then just accumulate as much, and then as that property prices also grow, the rental revenue also will increase as well? What would you suggest to people that in 2022 that they have no rental properties yet?
Right.
How should they go about it?
If you don't have any properties, then you need to start off with one property, obviously. So my suggestion would be start saving, start investing to make sure that you have the capital necessary to go and buy your first property. You don't need a lot of money depending on the market that you choose. Like I said, you can get an apartment from up to 40,000 euros to 80,000 euros. That will be ideal. So for that you may need 10 to 20,000 euros saved to put up front as a down payment. Start going to house viewings and look at the numbers and see which properties can give you that deal that you're looking for.
Very controversial. buying a house and you will live in it, do you consider that as an asset, or is it something that's draining something from you?
That's very controversial. I personally don't think it's an asset, because an asset, by definition, they say that it's something that puts your money in pocket, not takes out of your pocket. So I would say that the house that you live in definitely takes money out of your pocket, so I wouldn't consider that as an asset. The way I view it, I would prefer to live in a rental property and have rental properties of my own that pay the rent where I live.
You preempted my last question. I was gonna ask, would you be okay to rent in the house that you live in and also
Definitely.
own a lot of rental properties as well?
Yeah.
I don't know if this will be our last video, but any final words to people watching this that also want to make it in real estate just like you?
Don't be scared to start. Have a dream, have a purpose, and then go all in. Learn, read, get a mentor, ask questions, ask people that are already there where you want to get at, and just start doing. Start by saving a little bit of your income every month. That's crucial, that's fundamental. Start by saving, start by investing, and then just don't be afraid to start. You know, as Will Smith said, fail often, fail early, fail forward. That's it.
Do you also mentor people that want to be in the real estate?
Yeah, definitely. We do mentorships. We work with people that are just starting out and they need guidance to start with their first deals, with their first investments. So definitely, yeah, just don't hesitate to get in touch.
Got it. So I'll put details down below. Thank you so much for taking your time to be able to answer the questions.
Thank you so much.
If there's one thing that's very interesting about this entire series, is that for you to be able to get cash flow and rental income, you have to start and build a base also for it. And then if you don't buy or if you don't execute, all of this won't be something that will be beneficial for all of you. So I guess that's it. Thank you so much, Dragos, for touring us also in Spain. It's an honor to be part of your journey as well. So to everyone, I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you all.